Hello and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Whatever. 2 weeks in a row, I might add. I'm Chris,
And I'm Brad.
and we're bringing you episode 2 of season 30 of Survivor, our
Crushing it.
recap.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely crushing it.
Um, so last week, you may recall, our, you know, dedicated viewers will remember all of our picks
Yep.
for our power analysis.
I'll bring our power analysis. Yeah, I'll bring it up. Hold on, because this is a really high production show.
Oh
We
yeah,
got
we
some
have.
we got some new funding in between the last episode
Mm.
and now we have this. Oh, Chris can't
Oh
see
my
it,
god.
but everyone else can.
I
Oh,
can't even see it and I just in my pants.
yeah. Look at all those names and
My
information
god.
coming at you. Those are our picks from last week that I put together because we have such high production value.
Yep.
It's great.
And well, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll
Yeah,
get to the result of
we'll
that
we'll come back to it
near the end.
at the end. Yes, good call. For now, we'll take it away and go back to this amazing splash screen. Because again, high production value that
Yeah.
Chris can't see.
Hmm. Based on like the edit of the first third of the show, I mean, I'm not sure if this is true all the time, but I felt like I could kind of tell who was going to win the challenge cuz up to the challenge, it was pretty well focused on blue collar and white collar, which to me says, well, we're going to be sticking with no collar for the rest of it. So, got to show these assholes.
um, I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if
that
it's
was
like
necessarily true
no.
because I have notes and I don't know if this is 100% accurate now because it's been a day. Um,
Mm,
but we started out with blue collar, then we had
yeah,
some naked time with white collar, and then we
yeah.
went to no collar,
We
and then
went
we
to
went
no
to the
collar for a little
challenge.
while
Yeah.
because you got
Uh,
to get the drama of Nina,
yep.
but it was still I felt like it was pretty heavy on the other two. Maybe I'm actually incorrect.
It's possible, but I think we spent a fair amount of time with no collar. That
Mm.
I had no idea who was going to win the challenge. But should we go in order this time because
Let's
we're
go in
we're good?
chronological order of the program.
Okay.
Yes.
So we started with the blue collar tribe, and
Yes.
Dan's social game is under the microscope again.
Oh yeah, because
I,
he's got his mantis,
so
and now he doesn't.
what happened? Like
He was
he's
he was voiding himself
sure,
in the water,
of course.
and the current stole his underwear, which he had around one ankle.
And he just
They
gave
were
up?
gone.
Like they're just like that's it. No,
It was just gone. I don't know if it was the beach or some kind of stream somewhere in like the woods. I don't know how that if there are water sources like that elsewhere.
I
Like I remember there was a couple seasons back and people were running around. Someone was chasing someone for a clue to the idol. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, that
you
was
remember this?
Survivor
It had like
Kagion.
Fu and he
Uh
was like being a ninja. It was
Wu, yeah,
hilarious.
Wu was being chased by
Woo.
Spencer.
Not Fu.
Not for Wu. Yeah. Wu was being chased by Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yes. Great
Such a
season.
good season.
Um so now Dan doesn't have, which honestly I'm okay with.
I don't
Just
care.
wear your
Doesn't
fucking,
really matter.
just no. But I was not thrilled about what he was wearing anyway. It was just like a thong.
Hmm? Oh, you mean before?
Yeah. And now
Yeah.
he's got his shirt
Which,
tied in.
covers more, so good for them.
Yeah.
They should be happy.
And but he doesn't want to wear his jeans because then
I
he'll
love
get shaved.
yeah. Can't raw dog it in jeans.
Maybe you shouldn't fucking wear jeans when you go play Survivor.
I know, right?
Not
Like,
not a good
why
plan.
don't you just have multiple, swimming trunks or whatever?
Yeah. Some
Multi-purpose
some
things.
yeah,
I don't
some good pants, something that'll be warm.
warm.
Um and then
Something that
yeah,
dries
swim
fast.
trunks. Yeah. Those pants that you could unzip and they became shorts
Yeah,
like
and
a
then like,
decade ago. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Those would be really good, I think. Um so yeah, the rest of his tribe kind of again. I feel so bad because I don't know the blue collar women's individually because they haven't done much. We
I
haven't
think
really spent
Vincent's
much
the
time.
hairdresser. I feel like
Uh,
most confident with that.
yeah, no, you're right there. But they thought it was a ploy that it was trying to be funny or something,
I don't know. I
and
think
it
they're
just
just
missed.
weird.
I don't. Yeah, just I think they just don't like him that much,
Yeah.
and is he's in trouble. I think.
He's in trouble, but honestly, more in trouble now, actually, I think, is my good buddy Mike. Scorpion eating Mike. Because he is flipping out at people for not working,
Yeah.
and that's not okay.
No, you don't want to be that guy.
He's really being that guy
Yeah.
aggressively.
Um. So he was your pick to win, right?
He's
This is
super
this
my pick
is
to win,
yeah.
so I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
Like today was a like I watched the episode today, and lot of concern throughout the episode for my people and my picks in general.
Yeah. This
But
was a
look,
stressful episode for our power rankings.
yeah, so stressful. Like I'm sitting there and I've never had so much invested in like what's happening before. So it was very different watching it.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun
Yeah, I like it. I I was, and we'll we'll get to it. Individuals that were in danger,
though.
but yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, like this is a horrible idea. We shouldn't have done this. My picks are leaving. They're all going home right now. Everyone at the top is fucked. Oh man, it worked out
Yeah.
for the most part, but I mean, it was good that the person that went home did
Yes.
because I don't want it to be like a complete blowout. I don't want one
I
of
don't.
us to just get decimated.
That would be fun.
And then yeah, so it's good that it's close and we were both
We're
we're
both,
equal.
doing well
Yeah.
and doing equally well,
Yes,
surprising. So it's good.
it's a good start. All
I'm really
right,
happy.
so going from the blue collar tribe, we head over to the naked beach,
Yes.
the nude
Um,
beach.
Nude Colony. Richard Hatch. I mean, of all the people to take lessons from, is Hatch really one of them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
How much of his game is really applicable? I mean, apparently the nudity, which I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Um,
if
you
it's
know,
literally your job to teach survive, I don't think it is. I'm just kidding.
no.
But I mean, he claims to be a teacher and student of the game,
Yeah. And
and
like yeah, again, this is the second week in a row where I don't really have many good things to say about Max.
I
And I really want him to do well.
think Tyler got it like right on the nuggets with the nudity thing of like it's trying to just make him seem crazy so people won't understand the fact or recognize the fact that he really knows the game.
Yeah.
Possibly. You know. That
And
might be giving a lot of credit to Max more than might actually be due, but good on Tyler for being very perceptive
yeah,
and cautious.
yeah, Tyler is he's coming off really really well in the first two episodes. So I'm feeling confident about that pick to win. But
Fuck.
all right. All right. So Max wants to just pay homage to the Survivor greats that came before him. And Hatch is a great. But
Okay.
this is I mean he's the original, and having gone back and watched the first season, Hatch is great.
Is he?
He's
Okay.
great. Um so okay, fine. You want to pay homage? I don't think this is the way to do it. I think maybe if you want to like really give a nod to some of the players that played before, do it in a confessional. Like, all right, here's a wink to the audience. Like, this is happening. I'm like this thing that happened before. Don't like, all right, guys, here's my dick. I'm Richard Hatch, and it's like that's not smart. But whatever. That's if you okay, kooky, fine. But then saying it's strategy to get alone time,
That was silly.
that is
I
the
don't
dumbest thing.
because I mean you get all the alone time you want at night when everyone's asleep. You can just sit and think.
Yeah,
You can decompress all you want in the dark.
exactly. Don't go off on your own, leaving everyone else back at camp to talk about you. That
Yeah.
is horrible. That is so dumb. Um, so then Shireen joins Max.
Decides that, yeah.
Yeah, naked is good. So she drops Trow and now she's half naked, right? She didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, she didn't go
just
top.
just the bottom half.
Yeah, just the bottom.
She's the reverse mermaid.
Yeah, the reverse mermaid. Yes, exactly. Weird. Not.
Yeah, like I don't I don't know.
But
I don't
it looks like she and Max are pretty tight if she's doing that as well. I don't mean that in any way other than that they're close socially. Uh,
I'm sorry. Anyway,
so, uh, yeah, that was I don't know, weird. Just really really weird. I don't think it's a good strategy move, but um, what it did tell me is that Shireen is probably not that close to the bottom of that tribe.
mhm.
If she's if she and Max are that close.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I put her pretty close to the bottom still, because I don't see the two of them getting tight with Joaquin. Like I see Joaquin going next,
Yeah,
and then it's just four,
yeah,
and then I really gotta wonder. Like I could see her going home when it's
uh,
just four.
possibly.
More like who do you think would go before her?
It's either her or Carolyn, right?
Carolyn.
And I think you could. I mean, she has an idol, Carolyn, but
Hmm.
you could easily just say, "Yeah, no, we're not voting for you," and then vote her out.
True. True.
And she was in. She did not have a single scene this episode. I don't think she was
No,
invisible.
I forgot about her.
Yeah. Which is weird
Good.
for someone who has an idol. I mean, good for her, I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
it can be
Is no
handy.
news good
It's a handy
news?
trick to just, fade into the background.
Yeah. All right. So that's the white collar tribe.
There's something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, just Tyler's reaction was hilarious. He just
Tyler's
could
married.
not deal with
Yeah.
all of that up in his
So much
eyeballs.
naked. Yeah. Yep.
He just couldn't even like form a sentence. It's just like, he's
Yeah.
just
That's his.
like,
It's his weakness. Yeah.
he's got a bowl.
So if you're in the final two with Tyler, your strategy is to get naked right beside him, or
Yep.
final three, I guess, and then render him useless. Yeah.
Yeah, good
All right.
times.
So from one naked beach to another naked beach, because again, there's more nudity
Yes.
in this episode,
Than like the entire last season.
or many seasons before it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of naked. So it was Jen and Haley going skinny dipping.
Yeah.
And
And one person was distinctly left out from the skinny dipping.
yeah, they
And
just ruthlessly left her out.
they were harsh.
Yeah.
They were brutal.
They didn't ask that mom.
Such a complete lack of human compassion. Oh my god.
So Nina is really upset that she's not asked to go skinny dipping. And having just gone back and watched the first 10 seasons, I can tell you this is almost fucking identical to season 6, The Amazon.
With the other deaf girl?
Yes, Christy in season 6 was feeling very excluded from or by the pretty young girls on her tribe, which were Jenna Maraska and Heidi Struble. I don't know their last name. Fuck
Wait,
it.
really?
Yes.
And they get naked too?
And they got naked at the end of the season. So she was feeling really left out because they'd go off and do things, and they were like, there was like bathing scenes in the fucking pond. Yeah, whatever, shit like that. And Christy felt really left out, and so I'm watching this and like, holy shit, nothing is different. This is literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And she's having an emotional breakdown. She's like, no one has any compassion for her. They just don't get it. They don't know how to deal with it. And in Jen and Heidi's defense, and in Jen and Haley, it's like they said we don't know. We don't know how to deal with it, but we're not intentionally excluding them.
Yeah. I don't think. I thought that Nina is being unreasonable, and
Sure.
she kind of. She's not. she could put more of an effort into like building a stronger foundation of a relationship with them first before expecting it to be like, let's be best friends, you
Yeah.
know? I don't
I think yeah, there's just absolutely something both sides could do to bridge that gap. And if they're not doing it, you can't blame the other side.
know. Hmm.
So I thought that was just so goddamn funny when that started happening. I was like, holy shit, it's Survivor Amazon.
Yeah.
But this provided an opportunity for Will to bond with Nina because he was feeling sorry for her. So they became pretty tight over this.
Yeah. Um, Will. Uh, it was weird because like I get that he's just being friendly,
Sure.
but it was also kind of like he was saying, "Oh, we have something in common," and I'm like, "What do you have in common?"
I wrote that down. He says it later in the episode.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm the only brother out here.
yeah, he's the only brother out here, so I get it. You're deaf. What? I don't think those are actually the same thing. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's really something in common.
yeah,
Um, I've I've never been in either situation, so I don't know for sure.
true.
But yeah, that really stood out to me. It's like, really? I don't think that's okay. Uh,
Yeah. Um, but I mean, their closeness did certainly work out in his favor, which we will get to later.
yes, in a
Um,
really weird way. Just one other thing uh, that's not really important. I don't know why I have this here. This is blue collar stuff. It's okay. I'm jumping back to the blue collar. Mike on the blue collar needed more firewood
mm,
for whatever reason,
yes.
and he's just collecting this pile and pile and pile of firewood and getting annoyed with people. And going back to the Amazon again, uh, one of the castaways, Butch, his whole thing was we need more firewood, need more firewood. And he piled it up so much, the camp burned down.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Wow.
they had too much firewood and it would just up the camp went. They were out at a challenge or whatever, and the camp burns down.
I only vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
I'm like, holy shit, Mike, don't get more firewood, dude. You're gonna burn the camp down. I just thought that was, and again, it's a lot of parallels between this season and the Amazon so far.
Hmm.
Um, all right, so now we go to Vince, and Vince
Hmm.
is feeling very jealous of Joe, and he's not getting the recognition that he feels he deserves.
Yes, this shit is hilarious. Like, I was literally like, I mean, the hypocrisy and like the fact that he doesn't understand what he's saying at all, because he's like, oh, Joe's just this kind of guy. He's a young guy, and he really likes to be the center of attention, and he wants. He needs the recognition because he's this young guy, and I'm past that. I was young once, but I'm 32 now, and I just need Joe to like tell me that I am valuable, and I need everyone to just look at me and understand what I'm doing because he needs to be the center of attention, and yeah, it's like what the? Are you serious? Do you really not? Oh my god,
Yeah,
I can't. I just can't.
yeah. He even has a line, and I didn't get the exact line, but he wants like a 10-second long embrace with people to feel close to them or some shit like that. And that explains the really long hug with Jen in the first episode. That's not
Yeah, that was. I
about
mean, it
Jen.
explains it.
That was just Vince.
Him being.
That's Vince. Yeah. He just needs to hug people for 10 seconds. So just let go and hang on to that. Um, yeah, so Vince and Joe kind of have a really awkward conversation where Vince is asking him for acknowledgement when he does things
I
because
just
he's not
need
doing
you
it.
to bow down and accept that I am actually the leader and relinquish the women folk.
Yes. I need more power and you need to have less. So if I could just get that from you, that would be great. Yeah, really just horrible, horrible survivor play from
Oh yeah,
Vince.
he's a moron.
Yeah, not great. And uh I was feeling good at this point. I'm like, all right, if it's no caller, it's gotta be Vince going home. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Were you feeling
at
the
that
same
point, that's
way?
what you thought.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was my thought. Early in the episode, I think it's gotta be Vince.
I wouldn't say I felt that. I wasn't. I wasn't thinking super hard about who was gonna go home, and then got to the challenge, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" But we'll get to that.
Yeah. So, all right, just right before the challenge, finishing up with the no collar tribe, we see Vince and Nina kind of bonding, and they're the two bottom people on the tribe. So they're coming together, which is that's good Survivor if that was intentional. You grab all the bottom people together, and then you rally something against the people that are in power. And they set it up kind of that Will is going to be the swing vote,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to the challenge. And this challenge, it was a great challenge. I actually really liked
It
this
was,
challenge.
yeah, fun challenge.
And Will in the water struggling like crazy for his tribe.
Yeah, it was painful.
Yeah.
Black Vein Kryptonite.
So the idea of the challenge is you had to get a buoy from one end of the platform to the other, and there's water and climbing and all this shit. And in the water, Will just botched it and lost way too much time, and they couldn't recover. But I do want to touch on Dan here, because to start the challenge, the blue collar tribe has to sit somebody out, same as the no collar tribe, and Dan does not want to sit out. So he says, "I got this," and Jeff calls him on it. It's like Dan's risking it here.
Yeah,
Dan's, I got
it was
this.
impressive.
And as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh, this is a Dan boot. This is an episode where Dan goes home, 100%. Like, this guy is done. And I was dead wrong. Dan killed it.
Crushed it. He was awesome.
He was really good. So good for him. His stock might have risen a bit, from that. Yeah, hard to recover from social things at camp, but good for one challenge. And yeah, so it's the no collar tribe that blew it, mainly on Will, and they're going to tribal council.
Yeah, I mean, it was an impressive victory for white collar, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how they pulled that off.
Joaquin, the end of the challenge, you had to throw your 5 buoys into a basket, and Joaquin, yeah, he was the lowest man on the totem pole. He was doing good. He was the one that was draining the buoys.
Draining those 3 balls.
Yeah, and he's actually risen. I mean, his stock's got to rise a little bit from that. I don't think it really matters that much. But it does show that, if they want to keep the tribe strong, he's probably not the guy to get rid of. It just depends on where they want to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, coming out of the... Go for it.
Yeah. People who saw my list know that Will is like super safe on mine and really not that safe on Brad's.
I'll bring it up.
So
there it is.
If Will went home, which it looked like he had a very good chance of going home, considering his complete breakdown in the challenge, like out, fucked.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, you had him at number 2. I had him at number 8.
Yeah. That's not okay.
No. That would have been rough. Really, really rough.
But I feel like my reasoning for why I put him so safe turned out to be valid.
Yeah, I think so.
Like everyone was kind of like, "Oh, he's nice. I like him. Let's just is he on our side or is he on their side?" And he becomes a swing vote.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it was good. He lucked out a little bit, but
Yeah.
uh,
Probably shouldn't have put him as safer than like Joe and Jen, but still.
yeah, Jen was in a lot of danger though. I was really sweating it uh, for Jen as well. And all right, so just jumping right into the talks that were going on at the No Color Tribe, uh, Joe and Jen and Haley got Will, and they wanted to vote out. They wanted to split the votes between Vince and Nina, which
I thought was completely hilarious. Like, oh, what if she's looking for the idol? She's not doing shit.
she's
She's
not.
not even thinking about idols. She's
Yeah,
like, oh, what's that over there? Oh, are they gonna go skinny dipping? I don't know what she's thinking, but she's not thinking about idols.
yeah, that's ridiculous. And to split the vote 2-2 on a tribe
So
of
risky.
6.
So risky.
Yeah, and they even say it's like, oh man, Will's really close to Nina. I hope he doesn't turn on us.
You gotta trust people in Survivor,
Oh
right?
god, that's
You just
so
gotta
bad.
trust them. Just fucking trust them, right?
Just
I mean,
yeah,
oh god.
awful. That was really bad. So on the flip side, Vince and Nina, and this is actually good on Vince. Vince is like, well, we got to get rid of. I want to get rid of Joe, but we want to keep the tribe strong. So let's take out Jen, who's his number 2,
Hmm.
and that's great. Good plan. And
Yes.
he gets Will on board. He's got Nina on board. Or did he get Nina on board? Or did Will go to Nina? I'm getting confused now.
He had Nina.
Okay.
Nina was his like. He made the plan with Nina,
Okay.
and then they got Will.
All right. So they get Will on board. It's like that's set, right? They're done. They've got it. Those 3 votes are going to go on Jen. The other 3 people are going to idiotically split votes. And then Will's talking to Nina. And Nina, for some reason, thinks it's a good idea to bring up Vince's
Oh
concerns
yeah,
with Will's health. And this has to be
which
where
is
the swing
like,
is, right?
yeah, fantastically stupid.
Just so dumb. And
I
Will
was
takes offense
impressed.
to it.
Of course, he absolutely should.
Yeah.
Like, uh, I don't understand. Like, the thing that this makes me wonder is like, Jeff was going on and on about how this is such a great like group of people. She does not belong here.
No.
Not because of like anything to do with her physical disability. It's just like her head's not in the game at all.
No, not at all. I think when Jeff is talking about like the best pound for pound cast we've ever had, I think he's talking more about their characters, their big personalities. And while I'm not saying she is those things, uh, I don't think he's saying like these are the best players we've ever had, right? Like it's not a cast full of great Survivor players. It's a cast full of great personalities. Um,
Mm.
but regardless, I don't think she's a great personality. She hasn't done much. She's just kind of moped around and been sad because she wasn't invited to go skinny dipping with the pretty young girls. Um, so Will's taking exception to this. He's not happy that Vince is worried about his health, and now Will's thinking that we'll screw Vince.
Naturally,
And now we're going to tribal council.
which I was very happy about.
Yeah. So okay, going into tribal council, who do you think's going home?
At that point, I what was I thinking? I was thinking it would go according to plan. I thought it would get. I thought it was gonna be Nina.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna. I thought the best thing for him to do would be to step in line. He didn't. But I mean,
No.
I was still happy that Vince went. But
Yeah.
he did not step in line.
He did not step in line, which is, I mean, a fine decision, I guess.
Mm-mm. I think he's fucked.
Well, okay. Let's look at it the other way. So he was supposed to vote for Nina, and that would make it a 2-2,
Yeah.
2-2 tie, right?
And then they revote.
And vote out Nina.
Yes.
Uh,
Tribe is
ins-
stronger. Vince has no power. Going forward, you can get him out pretty easily.
I guess. I don't think he's necessarily. I mean, is Joe gonna be that upset that Vince isn't around anymore?
Um, Is Joe? Yeah, because he needs a strong tribe. They're significantly weaker without him, I think. He did pretty well in the challenge.
Yeah, but they were both really against, like, Vince and Joe were really butting heads.
Yeah,
I
and
don't. You're not. The tribe is definitely weaker, but I don't know. Here's the way I'm looking at it, and I don't know if this is the way they're looking at it either. There's gonna be a swap coming in probably 2 episodes from now, the fourth episode. I don't know if you want Vince floating around at that point.
true, true. I wasn't thinking about that.
I don't know if they were either, but that's just my rationale. I was like, okay, Nina's still in the game. That's fine. Whereas like Nina might leave too, but I think she's a little easier to control, especially with Will there. If you can reel Will back in, you don't want to just isolate those two because they'll just leave immediately. So I don't know. I don't think Will's definitely in a worse situation than had he like socially had he just gone with what they wanted. But I don't think they're going to be too upset. I don't think they can afford to be too upset with him.
Hmm.
But we'll see. All right. So yeah, Will votes out. Will votes out Vincent. It's 3-2-1 in the votes.
Yep.
And okay, does Nina just destroy her own game here? I mean, sort of. Like if she had not told Will what Vince was concerned about with Will's health,
Oh yeah, she blew up her own game.
Will just goes with the plan and they vote out Jen. And then
Yep.
she's in the numbers. And instead, she blows it. Vince gets voted out, and now she's by herself on the bottom.
Yeah,
Not great.
total disaster.
Yeah.
So what I think we should do now is take a quick break and then go through what we think is going to happen next week and go through our ranking. How does that sound?
Okay. Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to do? No. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back after a short break.